Hello dear viewers, greetings to you all and welcome to another Friday's edition. So today I'm going to be bringing a very practical lesson to us, and I have my weapons, I have my tools, I have my equipments, I have everything intact, so just chill, okay? Alright, before I begin, let me just say something about me that is going to lead us into the lesson. I grew up in a family where we farm basically everything except for things like Maggi, groundnut oil, the rest, okay, we farm almost everything that we eat. So I can boldly say I'm much experienced in farm work. I'm much experienced with the farm environment. Yeah, this is a topic that each time I make mention of it, people be like, hey, please don't even go there, look for a different light to tell us, not this one. Even if you have ever been to the farm, I'm sure you only went there to disturb, to disturb those that are working, to move around, harvesting guavas and mangoes, and you're eating. I'm like, looks, they say, at times are very, very deceptive, and that is true. Why should I come to you and lie? Because I don't look like the one that works in the farm doesn't mean I don't work in the farm. Why should I come to you and lie? Is it that there's a price waiting for me and you'll be like, no, let's just consider she put this up because she wanted a price too? But there is no price. Even if there is a price, must I lie to have the price? God forbid a lying tongue. So it's not like I always lie. Okay, there's nothing awaiting me whether I lie or I don't lie. So that is it. I was saying I am much familiar with the farm environment, and there is this grass. Okay, take a look at it. I don't know if you know it, but if you're familiar with some of the grasses around you, I'm sure you must have come across. I don't know the English name, or in my area we call it blackjack. I don't know if that's the English name or not, but just take a look at it, and this is our topic for today. Sin is like this. Sin is like this. When we think we have mastered sin, we keep playing around it. It is like this. It is like this until it has blossomed. The Bible says what? That sin, when it has fully grown, it gives birth to death. When it has blossomed, when it has fully grown, it gives birth to this. And take a look at this, please. Did you see what just happened? Did you see? When you keep playing around sin, this is what happens to you. The more you keep playing, this is what happens to you. This is what happens to you. This is what happens to you. So I made this video to encourage you, stop playing around sin. You don't have to hold sin onto yourself. You don't have to, to pamper it, to caress it. Stop playing around sin, because the moment you keep playing around sin, this keeps happening to you. This keeps happening to you. As a skillful farmer that I am, there are times that it must not necessarily be on the farm, that I might be going somewhere, okay, and I have to pass where there are some grasses around, and I notice this. I'll be like, no, I have mastered it. Okay, I have mastered it. I'm going to do some card walking. I'm going to do some gymnastics. I'm going to pull up my dress so that this thing won't stick on my clothes. And you know what happened at the end of it all? I always realize that at least one of these is on my dress, and I'm like, what happened? What happened? Wasn't I aware that this thing was here? And didn't I, do you know what happened? That is what happened when you keep, walking around sin. I'm studying in the francophone area, and there are times that the teacher will say something in class and the students will be like, oh maîtrise, oh maîtrise. Oui, on peut maîtriser, mais ce n'est pas dans tous les cas qu'on doit maîtriser. Ce n'est pas dans toutes choses qu'on doit maîtriser. Ce n'est pas toutes choses. Oh, I just spoke French. I'm sure my French didn't leave me halfway. So it's not everything. It's not everything that we have to master. It is not everything. We are created to be masters over sin and not to master sin. Okay, being master over sin is like what? We have this father in the Lord. Okay, he always tells us that he has passed this level of little sins. He can't remember the last time he maybe told a lie or did this, did that. We know sin is sin, but it starts from somewhere. So that is why he told us, and I'm like, wow, some of us will soon get there by God's grace. That is being master over sin. Like maybe even before a situation presents itself for you to lie, that lying tongue will just begin to buy. You'll be like, this one, I know this one cannot lie. Truth, take over, me, I give up. That is being master over sin. You don't have to say, no, I have mastered it, I have mastered it. You know, I remember when I used to take my son for clinic, okay, and there are these people that always come around for family planning, and they are giving us educative talks, and they are giving us some methods, okay. And one method they usually give us, or they taught us about, was the withdrawal method, okay. For those who are married, I'm sure you must know about the method. And when they were talking about it, people were just saying, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Even when they try to master it, doesn't work. Yeah, that is it. For you, you think you have mastered it. When you think you have mastered it, that is when you are going to fall. You have to take over. You have to be master. You don't have to hold it and pamper it and caress it. No, you have to be masters over sin. So you have to stay away from sin, because the more you're closer to sin, this keeps happening to you, keeps happening to you. Don't even wait before it blossom. Oh, the little sins, flee away from it, because when you keep playing around this one that hasn't blossomed yet, you will not realize when it has developed all these things. I don't know how to call it. You will not know when it has developed, and you don't know when it has started sticking to your clothes. So stay away from sin. Anything that looks like sin, flee away from it. The Bible says flee. We have to flee. We don't have to play around. Flee. You know, there's a difference between running and fleeing. You have to flee away from it. You know, Psalms 1 verse 1, it says that what? Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. You don't even have to stand in the seat on the way that sinners take. You don't even, when you see that this is the way, you have to flee away from it. So I made this video to encourage you that you shouldn't play with sin. Stop playing with sin. You have to flee away from sin. Flee, go very far away from sin, okay? The kind of friends you keep, don't be fooled, okay? The kinds of friends we keep, it is going to corrupt you. First Corinthians 13, I think, verse 33, okay, 15:33, he says that word, bad company. He says, don't be misled. Bad company is going to corrupt good manners. It's going to corrupt your good. So no matter how good you are, don't stay away. Don't stay closer to people that are, you know, sinners, bad people, because they are going to corrupt you. Have you realized that you are not doing certain things, but because of the company that you had, you started doing some things? Maybe you were not drinking, you just went out, okay, and your friends were like, hey, why are you not drinking? It's just a bottle, not just a bottle, and before you know it, you are a drunkard. You have even you are you are even, they are even learning now from you. So stay away from sin. It is my encouragement. We have to stay away from sin. We do not master sin. Don't master sin, because when you think you have mastered it, you are going to fall. Don't be master over sin. Be master over sin. Stay away from anything that is going to, you know, the sin that easily entangles, as the Bible puts it. Stay away from it, because the more you will be caught up, and while others will be running, okay, continuing with that race, you will sit there, and instead of you continuing, you waste time doing this, and others are going, and maybe the master might come while you're doing this. You're doing this. Instead of doing what he sent you to do, this is what you're doing. So stay away from sin. It is my encouragement, okay? And one thing, if you must go back home with anything, go back home with this. Tell yourself, I am master over sin. I wasn't created to master sin. I am master over sin. I am master over that evil thought. I am master over masturbation. I am master over immorality. I am master over indecency. Okay? And don't just say it with your mouth. Act it. You know, the Bible says faith without action is death. There are things that we have to profess with our mouth. There are things that we have to confess with our mouth. And it doesn't end there. As we confess, we have to put some things together. We have to work. Okay, so I hope you're blessed. God bless you, and see you in a subsequent video.